Peace and harmony, everyone. I know that the camera quality is not all that great because I am on my laptop using my laptop camera. But if you want to, you can either be on my, you can either be on my, what is this? Oh, you can either be on my YouTube or you can either be on my TikTok. But today, hold on, I'm getting it together. Hold on, y'all. But today, I really do want to talk about the female sexual energy. And I'm trying to get it all together. Um, but yeah, I really do want to talk about. I want to talk about the female sexual energy, but I want this to work right. Okay, so let me go to my TikTok, y'all. Let's go here. My TikTok be, that's where all my peoples be. That's where all of them be. Peace and harmony, everyone. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. Just to get to where everybody can see me. Um, I am live on my YouTube and I'm also live on my TikTok. So my YouTube over here and my TikTok is over here as well. So today I want to talk to the women specifically. We having a family meeting and I really want to talk about the importance of the female sexual energy. And one of the books that really helped me to really grasp it and understand it, besides books like Sacred Woman, besides books like Pussy Prayers, besides books like what's another one I read? It's another one I've read too, but those two are the top of my dome. But one of the ones that really helped me to analyze the 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 spiritual side of it, honestly, is this book. A lot of women really need to read this book. Another book too, Six the Goddess has a book. It's called I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. It's like Healing the Black Mothers or something like that. Black women need healing. I don't know, something like that. Go on Six the Goddess page. She got it on there. But we really need to have a family meeting about Black women and what we keep allowing into um, our community. I feel like us as Black women need to start gatekeeping more often on what we allow in our community, because whether Black women know it or not, um, we are literally the trendsetters. Okay, we see that repeatedly through the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry loves us, but they use us, they use our beauty, they use our looks, and they use our sexual energy to um, get us into these paths of destruction, is what I like to call it. I was trying to straighten that camera, but I'm gonna say F it. So, I'll be sitting here and I just be thinking to myself as a Black woman, you know, what is it that we cannot grasp when it comes to our female sexual energy? Because we sit here and we praise women like Glorilla. We praise women like Lotto. We praise women like City Girls that are doing more harm to our sexual liberation than it is actually helping. And for me, as a Black woman, and understanding sisterhood, womanhood, motherhood, all that, the whole nine, I feel as though we need to stop supporting things like that. We as women, we constantly sit here and we desire unrealistic expectations from men. We sit here and we talk about all of the things that men aren't doing. We sit here and have these discussions and we talk down and we degrade our men, but we have yet to look in the mirror to see that we fund our own problems. And that's just not even Black, just women, it's Black men too. Everybody in the Black community funds their own problems. It's really wild. So we're going to talk about that some more. If y'all are on my TikTok, if y'all are on my TikTok, I'm also live on my YouTube, where I will be showing some things on here as far as like presentation wise. So if y'all want to switch and come on here, then you can do that. If you want to see some of the videos or pictures or whatever that I'm about to pull up. What that say? A woman should never depend on a man, period. It's not about depending on a man, or it's not about that. I understand, but it's not about that. It is not about that. It's about women utilizing the most powerful energy that they have and using it to actually heal and not create this false ass facade that women are sitting here doing. A lot of women are sitting here using their sexual energy to claim that they have WAP, which, me personally, just being in the field of working with women when it comes to fertility, I beg to differ, because Black women, for us to be these high independent, successful, ambitious, strong women, a lot of Black women deal with fertility issues, like dead ass. Like a lot of women, I'm telling you, 70% of women, when they first get pregnant, they have miscarriages. Like, I'm not making that shit up. And a lot of women don't even understand their own body. They don't understand that they're mineral deficient. So when we talk about female sexual energy, we shouldn't even be, we're not even talking about men right now. So we're gonna keep it here. For sure. Some people feel like one person has to be dominant over the other. And that is the thing too. And that's something else I wanna, let me write that down, because um there is, I'm gonna tell you right now, and a lot of people might not even like what I'm about to say. I kind of don't care no more. um, Women are people. Okay, there is this weird competition between Black women and Black men, and to be honest with you, it shouldn't even be a competition. It shouldn't be a competition at all, because for one, we have to think about the systemic issues that we are facing as a collective, as a community. For us to even be in competition with men tells me that a lot of women don't know know when they are being masculine and when they're being feminine. And a lot of women don't know, even can't even identify what that even feels like, or what that really is, because we too busy trying to get all of these things from men by giving them our sexual energy, calling it sexual liberation, but it's really not true sexual liberation. True sexual liberation is understanding your body and how it works spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So when we talk about the dominance thing or the competition thing, it's not a competition at all. It shouldn't even be, because men are genetically made for specific things, and women are genetically made for other things. So we never were made to be in competition with each other. If you put a man and a woman together and we was to sit here and do a whole obstacle course, a man would outshine us wholeheartedly because men are doers. Their strength is like no other. So we have to stop getting in this idea that me as a woman, I'm better than you because I have more things to offer as far as material, but we have to look at the circumstances as well, because men have literally, and if we, because everybody is on this thing of being individual, it's all about me, I, me. But when we're talking about when we're talking about us as a collective, we have to think about community building, which that's not individualism at all. So when we think about that, we need to have, if we have systemic problems, we need systemic solutions. So this whole gender war competition with Black women and Black men, it does not make any sense at all whatsoever. So one of the things that we have to talk about is the female sexual energy. And I specifically am talking about the praising of the entertainment industry, because the entertainment industry is what have people in a chokehold, whether that's with sports, whether that's in movies, whether that's with music. And people have to understand sound, why sound is so important. If you ever go to a movie theater, what gets you so into the movie, it's not even that, it's the action or the acting or the damn plot twist of the movie. It is the sound. People don't understand how sound works with the mind. They don't understand how it works with your spirit. They don't understand how it works with your emotions. So when you really understand that, or understand that rather, everything else will start to make sense. So one of the reasons I'm pointing out the entertainment industry for various reasons is because women think that gyrating around talking about if you notice, every female rapper has a song, probably every song about they, why nobody should, like, I honestly feel like your sexual energy should just be for you and whoever your partner is. The whole world does not need to know that you have this bomb puss. Just saying. The entire world don't need to know that. You as a woman, you should be to yourself. Like, just calling that shit for real, because it's one thing to sit here and, if you want to get one off, get one off. I ain't gonna hold you, do what you need to do. But you don't have to necessarily give yourself to every man, because for women, the reason it is not okay for you to just be out here having sex with any and everybody is because you hold, literally, you have so much power and energy coming from your ovaries. Just that by itself, like, you literally have that life force energy in your womb space, and you create and manifest just from simply breathing. Like, literally, that's how powerful women's sexual energy is. And a lot of women don't understand their body. So whenever they do get these urges, or even Glorilla says she never even orgasmed before. Never even, she don't even know why she's having sex. But we sit here and we listen to the music that is telling you to have sex with but the artists themselves don't even understand sex. And I feel like it's time for us to stop just accepting any and everything because somebody who has a certain amount of followers or have a certain amount of clout told you to do something. See, and this also lets me know that women don't have a mind of their own, and they're afraid to speak up for themselves and speak up about the issues that we are facing as Black women. So, okay, I'm gonna read y'all comments right quick, and we gonna yeah, we beyond sacred. We beyond sacred. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. So when we talk about the female sexual energy, It is not okay for you to just be giving that shit out to everybody. So what is the female? Like I said, also get this book. Get this book if you really want to understand it. If you are somebody who is into like the spiritual side, let me show y'all too. In the spiritual side, the human anatomy and all of that stuff, that is a good book that women literally should literally get into. So it is 3 parts to your sexual energy. It's 3 parts to your sexual energy. It's called healing love through the Tao or Tao. So oh, is it backwards, y'all? I tell you what, I'm gonna post it on uh my page when I'm done, and I'll let y'all do that there because don't have me fiddling around with TikTok. Don't have me doing that because I be trying to change the screen. I done messed around and exited the app one day. Okay. You're welcome. But yeah, if you look up Mantak Chia, his last name, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But there are 3 parts to the female sexual energy. It is the physical, emotional, and then the spiritual. Okay. Those three things matter, especially for women, because women, we're more spiritual than anything. So that's why it's important for women to not just be sitting here and having sex with any and everybody, because soul ties are real. Like soul ties are literally real. If you out here just sleeping around with somebody and they're not in the best space mentally, they have childhood traumas and karmic debts that they have not even started to heal from, your child is going to take on all of that. That's what the karmic debt does. Your child is going to take all of that and some. So when we think about the female sexual energy, we have to understand how magnetic it is. So when you can understand it spiritually, emotionally, and physically, you can literally get what you want, literally, without having to open up your legs. A lot of women feel like they have to sit here and open their legs because celebrities in the entertainment industry told you to, because they put in Black women at a high pedestal when it comes to entertainment, but we are the most disrespected and misused and abused women in the world. So we have to start learning our self-worth, and the way to learn your self-worth is to understanding your body and how it works. So hold on, y'all. My phone's about to die. My phone was about to die. And I appreciate all the love for sure. Yay, it works. Okay, so this energy here is very important. Y'all like the whiteboard in the back. Do I need to change my camera around if I start writing? Let's use black. Do I need to turn it around? I gotta turn it around. Damn, I gotta turn my camera around. Hold on. Well, they can see it on here on my YouTube. Is it backwards to y'all or am I tripping? Let me know because I can change it around. But damn, it's backwards. Okay. Well, let me change y'all around. Oh Lord. Let me see how to do this. Okay. I flipped my camera. Hold on. My camera blurry. And we're gonna get into breathing. Hey, Sugarfoot. Girl, I usually do, but to be honest, weekends are not weekends aren't really my time to be on my TikTok, I get a lot more. I get like hundreds of views during the week because I typically go live during the week, but for whatever reason this weekend, I'm literally here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the female, and don't talk about my handwriting. I write like you can scratch. So the female sexual energy. Can y'all see that? There are 3 parts, okay? And we're gonna also talk about different diaphragms, because we were only taught the one on our stomach, but you have 2, which is your pelvic diaphragm and then your urogenital diaphragm. And when we're talking about the female sexual energy, you have to be able to activate the lower diaphragms and the top diaphragm as well. So 3 parts. And this is also when you think about the 3 parts, think about physical, emotional, and spiritual. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm having deja vu. I'm having deja vu. So you have your abdominal. Oh, y'all, I ain't no spelling bee champ now. Your abdominal diaphragm. And then you have, in the lower, you have your pelvic diaphragm and your urogenital diaphragm. And I'm gonna show y'all pictures on here. I'm gonna show y'all pictures. Hold on, give me 1 second. And this is, you activate this by literally doing breath work. And if you don't know, I just did a video last night about the microcosmic orbit and why and how that particular breathing technique for women, you use that energy to, especially if you're celibate. So for example, I'll be going on 2 years celibate, and people often ask me about my urges and how do I deal with like my urges and what do I do, all that extra stuff. I ain't gonna go into depth with that. But what I will say is learning to move that energy upward is key, because if a woman when a woman is not utilizing her sexual energy, which studies have been shown that women who are like nuns, if they don't use their sexual organs or that sexual energy, it actually deteriorates and their organs will literally start to die off and shut down. So the reason these 3 particular diaphragms are important, because if a woman does not use her sexual energy and move it to travel, because your body is a current, it's literally a circuit and it goes up and down. It literally travels like up and down, like we'll say there's this, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll put 7 up here. We can use these as your chakras right now. But let's say your sexual energy is here and you keep it stuck here, but it's supposed to move up and down. Like it's literally supposed to move, like going upward and going downward. It's literally supposed to keep traveling, keep circulating. But when women do not know how to cultivate that energy and move it upward, and so many women experience discomfort and pain during sex, even if they're not having sex. You could just be sitting somewhere and you can feel pain in your womb area. You can feel pain in your groin, in your back area. You can also feel pain in your neck area, and you're also more prone to get headaches because you're not doing the breathing, and this allows oxygen to travel to your brain. So that's another topic for another day. So women have to learn how to use this energy, because it's not that women's sexual energy is creative. It's actually it's very healing more than anything, because you're literally healing your organs. So that's why people need to learn. That's why science is so important when we talk about the body and we talk about sexual energy, because you need to know how to utilize all of these. So let me see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on here. Let me know if y'all got any questions. Let me see if y'all got any questions. Oh, you can't see the energy part. Hold on. Sorry. So this is just an example. So even when we talk about the meridian pathways, those are literally, the meridian pathways is literally just like your heart, your spleen, your stomach, like it's your organs. You know what I'm saying? When people say stuff like this, it's just your body parts. It's human anatomy. So this can be your root, your sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, first eye, really, and your crown. So women, typically your energy starts literally here in your sacral area, your womb, and it's literally a big ball of energy that is literally there every time you fucking breathe, y'all. Like, I don't understand. But anywho, you have to constantly move this energy, because if you don't, you will start to experience things like fibroids. You will start to experience things like PCOS. You'll start to have all these hormonal imbalances. So you have to learn to move your energy upward. And when you do that, it starts from doing breath work, and it's in how you activate it is doing Kegels. And we're going to talk about doing Kegels as well. But I like to call it Kegel breathing. But in this book, they're going to call it, here got a book, y'all. I guess I can see that like that. Yeah, I guess I can see it like that. But in this book, they're going to call it ovarian breathing. And they're going to talk about how you pretty much squeeze the pelvic diaphragm first, and then you're going to squeeze the urogenital diaphragm, and then you're going to go to the abdominal diaphragm. But yeah, so this energy, you have to move it up and down, and you do that during breathing techniques. And it's not even just this particular breathing techniques, it's multiple that is beneficial. Are y'all following me? Is it making sense? Is it making sense? 2 years is wild. Man, listen. Listen, I'm an Aries. When you are dealing with people who are constantly in your energy, when you are dealing with people who are constantly in your energy and you're not really getting anywhere, you're going to learn to start seeing your value. You're going to learn to start seeing your worth. That's really what it is. Knowing my worth and knowing that, okay, everybody that I come across, whether man, if you into females or whatever, everyone that I come across don't need to feel me. You know what I'm saying? It's not, everybody is not worth your energy to be sitting here giving it away. So we're going to talk about, but yeah, do y'all understand this part though? Do y'all understand why you need to move your energy? Let me know in the comment section, because if not, I have to explain it a different type of way. But this is how, because the way I receive things is different than me having to explain it. So it comes out a little different in the way that I see it. But yeah, write these down: your abdominal diaphragm, your pelvic diaphragm. And let me see if I can draw this out for the people that's on TikTok. Let me see if I can draw it out for you so that y'all can actually see what I'm talking about. hmm But also, this is important to move too because, but you have to know how to move it, and that's what I'm going to teach y'all today with your spine, because you have to be able to move your spine as well. So it's kind of like it's it's kind of like, say you are having sex with somebody, right? And it's a motion. It's a motion. Let me see. Let me turn my camera back around. Hold on. Okay, so it's kind of like a motion, right? So if you are having sex with somebody, and we can, if y'all want to follow me, y'all can follow me. So it's like you would sit at the end. You can do this in lotus position. You can do it in I like I like lotus position sometimes, but when it comes to like activating that female sexual energy, I like to get on my knees, like in most of my videos when I do breath work. I like to do that, and you can also sit at the edge of your chair. You can also sit at the edge of your chair. And for women, you have to make sure you're seated on like your clitoris. You have to make sure you're sitting there because it's kind of like a button in a sense. So, and you have to be able to protect this energy. It's also very sacred. So you have to be able to protect this energy. And one of the ways to do that is to make sure there is no air going into your energy, because different type of entities are around you all the time, and if you don't properly open yourself and close yourself, other entities can literally siphon your energy, and that's kind of like people who have what you would say like wet dreams. People that do that have those, your sexual energy is literally being siphoned. Am I saying that word right? Siphoned. But let me see if I can get y'all to see as well. I guess this is where a cameraman come to play, right? So you got to be protective of your energy. So you would sit on the edge of a chair, literally the edge of a chair, and um, you would exhale. Because first of all, women, you have to understand that your womb is literally where your navel is, your navel, and the top of, or the bottom more so, of your womb, and this is literally where you have sex at. So let me draw that out. Let me draw that out for people. I like to draw in case y'all ain't noticed. But yeah, so say this is your navel, your belly button, and you would literally put your thumbs like a triangle. It would literally be like a triangle right there. I am not a good drawer. We'll say that's the legs. Say that's the legs. That's not a good part. That's not a good drawing. But anywho, you would put your thumbs just like this. You would put your thumbs just like that. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? This is where your navel is. Okay? This is where your navel is. Put your thumbs together like this, and you will find where your womb is. Right there. You will find it. And then the tip of your fingers is where your ovaries are. Literally where your ovaries are. Okay? So it's hand placement. And in order to activate this energy, you want to rub, 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 rub. You can go side to side. You can go just kind of squeeze it a little bit. You can even press it up and down like that. But you want to do it slow and controlled. And excuse me, as you do that, you're going to start getting this willing of, you're going to start getting this feeling of arousal. Okay. And this is when the energy is starting to move up, or you're starting to have an increase in your energy, or increase in your sexual flow. And so when that starts happening, and this is where you begin to start to move the energy upward throughout your spine. Okay. So it is two parts to your spine that is very, 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 very important. That is very, very important. And back y'all up again. It is two parts that is very important to get this energy to move up, because a lot of people, they don't really know too much about it. So let me turn y'all around again. Dang. I need an extra hand. I need an extra hand. But yeah, so it'll look like I learned this from an herbalist. Yes, honey. So it'll look like this. It'll look like, so say this is your spine. Yeah. Say this is your spine. Right? You have two parts that need to be filled with energy. And a lot of times when you don't move this energy up, this is where you'll start to experience back pain. You'll start to, especially like, you'll start to feel more, damn, my marker went out. You'll start to experience more pain in your lower back area. And that's because it's so much pressure there. Even when women are having sex with men and it's not fulfilling, and they have not orgasm, or they have not, been like really fully aroused, you'll still have that pressure, that energetic pressure in your lower back and in your womb space. So when you start doing this breathing, like I was saying, you're going to start going into emotion. Like, it's literally the way that you're having sex is very, it's kind of in the same sense. So you're going to be moving. Every time you inhale, your womb space is expanding. And every time you exhale, it's going inward. So people don't even know how to breathe properly. So you're going to inhale it, expand, and then exhale. But it really works better if you do this entire movement through just your nasal or your nostrils. So and you go slow. So when you do start to inhale, this is where Kegel breathing, I like to call it Kegel breathing. So when you inhale, you're going to do a slow Kegel. So it's all about, the whole point of the microcosmic orbit, or cultivating that female energy, is to take those sensations, that warm feeling, that arousal feeling, that tingly feeling, is to shift it all the way up the spine, because you have a sacral. Oh gosh, this thing is pissing me off. And a cranial. Oh God, my ADHD is kicking in. But it has to pass through these two parts, your cranial and your sacral. It has to pass through these parts so this energy can go rise up. And this literally is where you kind of get the phrase mind fuck. You get that phrase because you literally moving that energy up. And this is why it's important that people need to learn how to do, I guess you would say, foreplay, because this literally helps you bring and cultivate that energy. And I really want to get the male version of this book because I want to know what that feeling is like for men. But for women, it's going to feel like a warm, tingly sensation, especially when you are in the process of going through like foreplay and maybe he rubs your back, in the middle of your back. If you are literally doing foreplay, you connected with somebody and he literally rubs his hand on your back, it's literally going to spark a spark, ignite a spark. So to help cultivate that energy, when you do Kegels, and this is why you do Kegels, because how we was talking about earlier, that pelvic diaphragm and that Euro diaphragm, you have to, so your Euro is near your anus. So it's literally between the opening of the woman's vagina and where her anus, like right before you get to her anus, it's that middle part right there. So when you do the Kegel, everything starts with the mind. So you're going to imagine you pulling that energy upward first through Kegeling through your vagina. And then when you do it, when you start breathing and do the Kegel more so intense, or I guess a deeper Kegel, you'll start to feel you pull through the anus too. And that's how you activate that female sexual energy. And so when you inhale, you're literally going to feel a bubble. It kind of feels like a bubble. You're going to feel this warm, tingly bubble climb all the way up to your spine. And how you continue that energy to make it circulate from the brain all the way back to your womb. You put your tongue and you put it at the palate or the roof of your mouth. Like literally just put your tongue up. And then you're going to close your mouth, tilt your head, and you're literally going to roll your eyes. So it's kind of like your eyes, you're going to look inward, kind of if you would like meditate. So you're going to push your tongue to the roof of your mouth, tilt your head, and it will look like that. And and it's going to travel, it's going to send a current, a warm sensational current up and down the spine. And that's how you move that energy. So when I was saying something earlier about being celibate and what to do with that energy, because you can use that energy to also attract what you want, but you have to constantly be in a flow. Energy is a flow. It's a current. It keeps going. It keeps going. So if you are a woman and you have not been using your female sexual energy the right way, you're going to experience a lot of stagnicity in your life. Trust me, I haven't felt it. But you're going to experience a lot of stagnant energy here. And you don't have to necessarily get naked or give yourself to any and everybody, because you need to release this feeling, this urge. A lot of what the microcosmic orbit, or just being celibate and just doing breath work to move and cultivate that energy, it teaches you self-control. This is why this is important, because not only are you giving oxygen to your pelvis, to your womb space, but you're also getting oxygen in your brain. And a lot of people don't get enough oxygen in their brain. People who get more migraines and headaches, and even down to having ear infections as an adult, because you have lack of oxygen and minerals in your body. So not only are women sitting here, keeping this energy right here, but a lot of women are not hydrated. A part of this is being hydrated, and knowing that you consuming certain foods is going to help you to move this energy up, because everything is a flow. Blood flow, air flow, everything is a flow. And if you are somebody who is constantly eating, the wrong shit, things that are going to clog you up, of course you're going to have problems. I don't believe for a second that women be sitting here talking about they have WAP. You know what I'm saying? They have all this gushy gushy. You don't. You really don't. So you really have to understand, not understand, because we're not undervaluing anything. You really got to understand how the body works and how to cultivate that energy. Does anybody have any questions? So I need to go into depth and explain something else. Anybody got any questions? Yeah, as far as demonstration, I got a video on my YouTube, on my TikTok that I just did last night if you want another demonstration. But yes. So when it comes to all of that, I'm really sorry about the picture if y'all can't really see it. But yeah, women gotta understand your power. Like women women's power literally come from this, from your energy. It's life force, force, origin, strengthening. So when we talk about that, it's more than like fertility is more than just bearing children. It's literally you're producing abundance. So you, that right there alone says that you're a powerhouse. That alone tells you that you are worthy and you are fucking enough. And you ain't gotta open your legs to sit here and get men to value you or look at you a certain way. All you have to do is activate this energy. You are literally a magnet. Literally. When I tell y'all, when I be activating this, I be getting so much, so much in return from just simply keeping my energy to myself and respecting myself. And this is where a lot of women can learn who they are, because every woman is made differently. But when you start moving this energy up the spine and you start to find your flow, because that's really what it is, you're literally finding your flow. Everybody looks different, and I'm gonna make a video later on today about the flow looking different for each woman. So even when you're doing microcosmic orbit, you'll start, when you start to improve in doing it, because at first it's gonna be like just real basic and just real chill. But when you start to actually find your rhythm, you're gonna start wanting to like move it all type of ways. And the mind is really important too. And this is why the flow of oxygen is very important, because your mind is the most precious and valuable thing that you have. So when you start to get into the microcosmic orbit and you start to move around, because when I be doing my microcosmic orbit, honey, I be in here. Y'all ever see like those 70s women and they be like all like doing shit like that? Like that's really what that is. Like people think that, oh, she high off life and she, what I'm saying, she's high, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, her imagination is exactly where it needs to be. Like she's literally calling her power to her. And that's another thing that we have to understand on the spiritual aspect of it, and why words are so powerful. Because if we're doing all of this and we're calling all of this power and we're calling our power back, we're calling our energy towards us, it is imperative to affirm yourself. Literally, I am beautiful. I am attracting wealth. I am attracting stability. I am who I am. I am love. I am peace. When you pull this, when you pull it, you're literally pulling this into you. Literally. And if you want to be more specific, you can just pull whatever you want to say for yourself. You can literally pull it into your energy. That's how magnetic and powerful women are. And we sit here and we walk around, we jump on cars, women like Suki who are idolized for whatever reason. But you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna speak on that. But because I was gonna speak on the whole I was gonna speak on what happened with her and what is his name? YK Osiris or whatever his name is. But I'm gonna just keep my comments to myself because that's a touchy subject for a lot of people. But what I will say is women have to carry themselves better. That I'm gonna say that. But do y'all have any questions or anything like that? Y'all have any questions? Because I wanna I'm gonna have to go. I wanna print some things out. It's what I wanna do. Do y'all understand it? Is it making sense? Is it making sense? All right. 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 I like to hear that. So, like I was saying earlier, women have to stop this competition with men. There is no competition. Not to say y'all are inferior or we're superior or whatever the case may be, but it ain't no point of going back and forth with these men about anything. When a man asks you what you bring to the table, you say this sexual female sexual energy. That's what I bring. And I seen a video on Eight at a Table, and Rico, bless his heart, child. They make anybody popular. They really do. And he was talking about excuse me. He was talking about I can't even remember what he was saying, but I was just like, boy, if you don't sit your ass down. Talking about he was talking about some I can hire a maid to clean up, I can hire a chef to cook, blase, blase, blase. But we have to understand the feminine energy is not going to be in a random chef or a random cleaning service. That's not what that is. See, it's a group or it's a room, because I be on Clubhouse, right? It's a room that I am a part of called A Real Safe Space. We talk about the difference between homemaking versus housekeeping. And it is a huge difference. And a lot of people don't, I'm going to say a lot of people, men and women, don't understand it, but specifically women don't understand that homemaking is a whole entity by itself. You ever notice that when the woman is not feeling well in the house look a mess? And that starts to showcase when you get older. Because I'm seeing it right now. I see it right now with my elders. When my grandmother, she fell sick, she ended up getting breast cancer. The whole house looked like it was just a storm. You know what I'm saying? So the woman, the queen, the goddess, she makes the home is a literal statement. So when we talk about homemaking, we have to understand that it is a certain energy that you bring into the home space. It's not just I be cooking, I be cleaning, blase, blase. It's like, what do you do in that home to make it feel like home? And a lot of women don't even know what that even feels like within themselves. So that's why a lot of us have those issues, because we don't know ourselves. We feel like whatever they show us on reality TV, whatever they show us on movies, whatever they show us and music is all that there is, and it's not at all. It's not even close. So when we talk about homemaking, we have to realize that homemaking is a entity. It's an energy. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking for a woman, look at how she carries herself in her own home. Before y'all just be sitting here opening your legs and shit. How does she carry herself when she go into, and that's why I was taught by my nana, wherever you go, your home go. Literally. Wherever you go, your home go. A lot of people don't know you can put homemaking maker. Oh, well, say no more then, honey. I ain't know you can put it as on your resume. Shit, I would have been did that a long time ago. But seriously, it's literally the energy of the home versus housekeeping is more so how it's like the maintenance of the home. So, for instance, me personally, how I see myself and my worth and how I see my health, like I don't take lightly of my health, to be honest with you. So for me, I'm real big. So homemaking for me would look like having me some house plants, because I know that house plants can filter out the air, and I know that they get rid of negative energy, and I know that it brings in positive energy, and it also brings in wealth and prosperity. And what is that? Rose of Jericho is a perfect example of that. So I would have house plants. I would nurture my house plants, okay? Because if I'm nurturing my house plants, I'm nurturing myself. So I would do that. I'm also big on aromatherapy. So for me, it's really big to have essential oils in the home. I don't know about y'all, but this is why sensuality is so important, because what you put out there as far as like scents really do make and break a home. Because especially when we talking about scents and how they alter your mind just by from you smelling it. Y'all ever go and like some smell like what's some things that you put in your car? The air fresheners, like you smell them. If you pay attention to your senses deep enough, you'll feel what's the right scent for you. Like if I like it's to the point where I need everything to be essential oils. Anything outside of essential oils, it like gives me like a mini migraine or like a mini like headache in my head. So I'm really sensitive to certain senses, like scents. So yeah, homemaking is some real shit. It's literally the essence of a woman. So like I said, my nana taught me where I go, my home goes. So how I am at home is how I'm gonna be anywhere else. And I think more women need to look at that. Look at how to really structure your home. Like, get into a routine, like literally get into a routine and figure out how you want your house to be ran. Not I don't think a lot of women think too much about that. A lot of women just want to sit here and go on trips. They want men to spend bags on them and all of this fast life shit. That's cool, that's nice, had it. But I think we have to start thinking about what's going to happen when we come back from that trip. Am I going to be happy at my home? And am I making it a space of peace? You know what I'm saying? Am I making it home? Does it smell like baked cookies in this bitch every time you come in? Do it smell like collard greens? Do it smell like beans? Like what you cooking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that I think women should really think about, because to be honest, they say my nana said, okay, besides being a great woman, the key to a man's heart is through his belly, his stomach. Men love to eat. Okay. And I'm learning that with my nephew because his ass loves to eat. So every time I see a man, he always got some food. You know what I'm saying? So they like to eat. Learn how to cook. And this is another thing when we talk about homemaking as a woman, when you really start to understand how the body works and how food plays an important part with people's energy. You're not just gonna be sitting here feeding this person or feeding your family death. Okay, I'm just saying. Now I'm not the perfect person. I'm still learning, but like I'm still learning to deal with my cravings. But as far as like meat, cheese, fucking all the dairy, just unnatural shit, I ain't finna eat that. Like you miss me with that. But but when it comes to homemaking, you really need to have a plan. Like be prepared. Like what are you eating on this table? Is it going to bring vitality to my family or is it going to bring death? Because that really shapes how a man's day is going to be when he get up. Are you gonna make him some smoothies? You gonna make him what you call it, a acai bowl? Are you gonna make him some pancakes with some sausages, some eggs, and all that stuff that's very heavy on the spirit? It's very heavy on the spirit. So, you know, those are things to really think about when you come into homemaking. And these are things that I'm learning as a woman and as I come into myself. So I like to say I'm a pretty damn good example of representation of Black women, just saying. So, and I'm all for the damn community for sure. Um, but yeah, I think women need to look at that instead of trying to, everybody love to say, well, everybody's goal is not to be a wife, not to be a mother, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? When I start to look at science and I start to look at how women are designed, I beg to differ. If you watch like little girls literally play, like I will literally watch my child either play with her dolls or she'll go and play with her little friends at, we'll go to the park or whatever the case may be, and they like to play house. Children really like to play house. Girls specifically like to play house. And you got to start asking yourself, like, why do they want to do that? Like, why do they want to do that? And this is where motherhood, womanhood, and sisterhood comes into play, because this is something that I'm learning too, because I didn't have the luxury of really seeing truthfully what a woman's supposed to do, what a sister is supposed to do. Well, I take that back, because me and my sister, we have a very close relationship, but I didn't really get a chance to have that true motherly love. Like I found myself in my younger 20s yearning for that, but I would find it in ways through sex with my partner, or I would just yearn for love from external sources rather than myself. So for me, being 27 and seeing that womanhood, sisterhood, and motherhood is a real life issue, that is kind of like real life elephant in the room type of things. And for women, thank you for so much for the love, Kate. What is that? KIL. I appreciate it. I just see the hearts just going. I really appreciate it. But um, I do have some female friends that have experienced that type of love, to see all of that, and that's grateful. I'm so grateful and honored that they was able to experience it, but motherfucker, I didn't. So I'm trying to figure this shit out. It's different from growing up and seeing that stuff to now you an adult, and not only do you have to heal from childhood trauma, but now you got to start seeing things from a different and a softer light. And I feel like a lot of women did not see none of those rites of passages. Like even when I'm a doula, so I'm learning through African tradition that and we often sit here and we talk about, other cultures, when a woman has a child, their family will fly and stay with them for up to a year, but we have traditions too. And what I learned is with African tradition, they didn't really say anything about the length of how long they necessarily stay, but I do know that in African tradition, especially mine, from my lineage, which I found out I am, it comes through from Cameroon to Car people, and I also have Gulagichi, in my lineage as well. And I also have Panamanian in my lineage too. But um, after a woman gives birth, the mother of the new mom has to show and take care of the new mother, um, and teach her how to recover and really nurture her. So that whole postpartum thing, that whole village thing, that's where that comes from. And if more women understood that, I think that would change the trajectory of the way that we view womanhood, sisterhood, and motherhood. Because for me, I didn't really start understanding womanhood or motherhood until I started getting into postpartum care. I started looking at like, damn, like my girl's sitting over here struggling. Like and a part of me had to die with that, because when I had my child, I didn't have help like that. Like my child's father, he was there, but he wasn't there. You know, they tell him to stay present. He really wasn't there like I wanted him to. And when it comes to my family, a lot of them were more so there for the baby, and they just wanted to, while I was sitting over here dying, okay? And to be honest, those things taught me community. Those things taught me the importance of being there for your sister and really speaking life into her. I am at a point where I don't like to talk down to my sisters at all. I don't want to be in that type of energy. I don't want to be in that type of space. And I don't like women who do that to other sisters. So, yeah. Hold on, let me read some of y'all comments. Because they're real females. That's why. Right. Hey, Queen. Girl, no, I'm not 22, honey. I'm 27, honey. I'm 27. Ooh. No, I don't know how to speak any of that, to be honest. Like my mom, her side is crazy because her dad is Panamanian, and I never got the luxury to meet that side, but I hear so much about, Panamanian women. Like sometimes, and it's crazy because I think a lot of this stuff is intuitively already like it's already innate in us, because sometimes my mom would talk to me in Spanish. Like I honestly, I don't remember my mama speaking too much Spanish, to be honest. But when she does speak it to me, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like I understand. But I don't know, it just be coming out on its own. So I don't necessarily speak it, but it is something that I'm willing to learn, because I just like learning stuff. Well, her side, my side, all our damn sides. um, hey Suge, hey Terry. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's all about, like we were saying. I hope y'all learned some today, because yeah, I like having conversations on y'all. I would say I really be my tribe. So, because I'm also in a space, right, where I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm in this space where I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do, and I don't care who, how, and how they feel about it. But I had this realization moment though, that that I am literally, if there was a picture of black sheep, it would be me. Because I say that because my entire existence right now, like I'm literally learning that I had a problem with me speaking up for myself. And so right now, and it stemmed from my family, because they had this like weird, like they can sometimes be like a weird bully type of thing when they don't understand what you're talking about. And I realized that my intellect is a little not a lot of people can understand what I be talking about a lot. So I get it. Like I really do. But I realized the other day that I don't feel because I didn't feel heard or I didn't feel understood growing up, my voice is starting to be a lot louder right now. And the I don't give a fuck vibe is like been my theme. So I just feel it is still a problem. It's still a problem to a certain extent. Like I'm a loner. Like I think if there was a picture of loner, I would be it. Like I don't really fool around with too many people, for the simple fact of that, and two, I like to protect my energy as well. So meanwhile, I'm here at the library by myself. I be doing shit like this. Cause what? But yeah, so I'm going to upload this video on my YouTube channel. Um, I So if you missed it or came in late, I'll put it on there because I was also talking about female sexual energy and how to cultivate it. So next time I'm actually be in a space to where I can actually demonstrate it fully. Um, but yeah, and then also I will be posting on my in my link tree. I'll be starting a group breathwork training. So if you don't feel like I'm gonna be starting a group training, okay? I ain't even explain all that extra stuff. So if you want to do breathwork sessions or do sound bowl sessions with me, they'll be available. So you can either do individual or intimate. I like to call them intimate healing sessions. But you can either do intimate healing sessions or you can also do group training because I know a lot of people be asking me about certain breathing techniques and stuff. And to be honest, it be like a hassle sometimes because it be the same questions from different people. So I'm like, well, shit, why I just don't do a group session? Like, what? So, and plus, I want to get into retreats too. It's a whole bunch of stuff that I got stored, y'all, that I've been planning. So, it's a reason, like last week, I haven't really been posting as much as I normally do, but I will be doing that as well. You should create a course and make hundreds more money. I thought about that, but I just be thinking to myself, I'd be like, what would I even like teach? That's what I'm saying. Like I'm getting comfortable with speaking more as far as like this. That's where the whole black sheep thing I was talking about. That's where it went. My ADHD be kicking in sometimes. So yeah, I'm about to say I'm in this space where God is pushing me to actually teach. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, that's what I got to do. So my spirit is getting used to this. I'm gonna put it like that. But yeah, I'm about to say I might have to do that. Intimate healing, not code will get you in, but 30, no exaggeration. I wouldn't even, I believe you wholeheartedly, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to act on that. I'm going to act on that. I say that's what I'm about to do right now when I get done with this. But y'all, just be on the lookout for that and stuff. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hey YouTube, my YouTube over here lonely, honey. I gotta get a new camera because I don't like this quality. It's giving very cheap. It's giving very no. So, but I will be switching more over to my YouTube channel because I want to be able to show y'all like PowerPoints of certain things. Like I actually want to be able to teach people these things. So I'll be shifting over to, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So I'll be shifting over to my YouTube channel, and we'll be doing more, because I'm telling y'all, I'm so tired of the female entertainment industry and just it's just too much. And I feel like we need to start speaking up on it. If we can save our youth, honey, let's save them, child. Cause God, if that's what my child got to look forward to, being a young adult, being a young woman in society, I beg to fucking differ. So as long as I got life force energy in me, honey, I'm gonna do something about it. So, and I feel like everybody should be doing like that. Our culture is celebrating healing. Now I want to work with you. I'm in Memphis. I am in Atlanta, honey. So, okay, so this is the thing. I don't know because if that's the case, I got like 880 something subscribers on YouTube, right? And people keep talking about this new monetization, but it's like, if that's the case, what's the problem, YouTube? Like, if I literally go to my YouTube, that, like, do they got me on this grandfathered ass plan or something? Like, what? Because I'm trying to get to 1,000. Because in order for me to monetize, I have to get 1,000 subbies and have like 10 million short views, and or I can do, I think, 4,000 watch hours or something like that. Which my watch hours is not that bad. But I'm definitely trying to figure out how YouTube works. So if y'all got some tea on that, please let your girl know. Like, if I literally click on my earnings right now, or earn, this library Wi-Fi is being ghetto. Oh, I didn't know I had got that many views on that video. Look at that. Come on. But yeah, you good. Just join the affiliate plan and contact them. You only need 2,000 watch hours in 30 days. That's not bad at all. I want. Oh, I got 888. Yeah, I got 88. See, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. See, it's a. I know my camera. Don't look at my screen, y'all. Whatever. But see, that's what it say. Look at that 888. Okay, don't stop playing with me. But yeah, they got me on this whole thing right here. So I just say, you know what? But you know what's crazy? I had a dream, right? I had a dream that I had like 13 point something case stubbies, and I was getting like hella views, and I was doing like reaction stuff. So I guess I had to do reaction videos. But but yeah, I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. But I'm gonna do better at it, y'all. I'm trying so hard to do better at social media, but I'm telling you, I am a girl that just, I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I be studying. I be doing what I do, my business stuff. I got a skincare business, all that extra stuff. I be trying to do that and go about my business because I don't like the world of social media. I feel like too many people um, take too much. I don't want to say this. I feel like social media is is what people want in real life, but they don't necessarily have it in real life. So I feel like that messes with a lot of people's visions, and I don't like that. So for me, like, I'm very mindful. So I post on social media and I get right back off because I don't like for things to alter my mind, especially if it's not conducive. And a lot of stuff on social media is very traumatizing. It's a lot of trauma bonding that goes on social media. and I don't really care for it, to be honest. So that's why when y'all see me, y'all see me. When y'all don't, y'all don't. So, anywho, I'm done talking for today. I pray that, you know, what we talked about today was beneficial and y'all understood it. Um, I pray that y'all have a great day today. I pray that, you receive some blessings today. And it is addictive. It can be, but it is. And I think that's where a lot of people lose sight of who they are. A lot of people get on here, and I feel like that's a lot of where those unrealistic expectations come from, because if you like really look at life outside of social media, not saying that it's not realistic, but a lot of it is not realistic. And AI ain't making that shit no better. So, anywho, y'all, it's been good. I'm trying to figure out what else I need to do, because I'm here to do some research actually. And I'm just thinking to myself, why not? If I'm gonna be at the library, why not talk about female sexual energy? Because I really want to go more in depth into that. And I think, thank you to, matter of fact, I'm gonna follow you. Do I follow you? I don't know. I just followed you, Mr. Conway. Did I say Conway? Conway. Um, yeah, I'm going to create a course. So, and I'm going to do a course more so explaining that. So yeah, I appreciate that for sure. Okay, for sure. And that's cool. What is hard shop or herd shop? What's that? What is that? I don't know what that is. But yeah, I did some teaching of it earlier. Um, but I will definitely be doing more of it. That's actually what I am going to be doing with my in-person classes, because I also do in-person classes and events too. That's why I say I need to do better at social media, because I literally be hosting classes. And I don't like doing all of that. Like, I like to feel the moment. See, I might gotta hire somebody to come and do the video and stuff like that, because I don't be like feeling like doing all that stuff. I feel like that takes me out of my element of me teaching. So that's what, like, I be hosting classes in person all the time. Um, Herbal Healing Center ran by a Black woman doctor. Oh, is that the name of the place? Oh my gosh, flat shows, flat shows, flat shows. The only place I remember is Urban Eden. I remember Urban Eden. I love their soap. I don't know what she be doing. She be back there and making love to that soap, baby. But yeah. So enough of that. See, stop talking to me. But yeah, I'm finna get off of here. Um, we'll do another one sometime this week. Make sure, if y'all have not already, if you know a expecting mom, if you want to know more about home birthing and stuff like that, we are actually doing a webinar next Friday at 7 p.m. Oh my gosh, look at all those sevens. 7, July 7, on the day of 7 at 7 p.m. What's 2023? 2 plus 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. 7, 7, 7. Look at divine. So we're going to be hosting a webinar about home birthing. We're going to be talking about what is a doula. We're going to be talking about what is home birthing, and we're going to be talking about why the village is so important. And to be honest, we're more so going to be coming from a holistic spiritual approach versus just talking about it on a physical surface level, because I feel like a lot of people already talk about it on a physical stance enough. We already know that Black women suffer from fertility issues. Excuse me. We already know that Black women are most likely to experience postpartum death, infant death, we already know that, even though we know 80% of it is preventative. So we are going to be talking about, the importance of having a village, really having some supporters on your side. We're going to be talking about birth planning. We're going to be talking about all this stuff. And I eventually would love to do in persons with these goddesses, with these other doulas. So it's 3 of us on the panel. It's on my page. And yeah, we can do that for sure. So yeah, don't have me. But don't have me in here trying to count. But anywho, yeah. So it's next Friday. Tell your mama, tell your girlfriend, tell your auntie, cousin, sister, auntie, uncle, and them. Tell everybody, because we really would love to touch the minds of people when it comes to this topic, because just like we talk about cultivating the female sexual energy, we also need to understand that it's the same process when you are giving birth. And it is it's a very serious thing when it comes to birthing, because a lot of Black women are losing their lives from giving birth. And then we had the audacity to ask what you bring to the table. Baby, death. I'm finna fight for my life bringing in your legacy. Don't ask me what I bring to the table. So, anywho, we're gonna be talking about that, okay? And we're just gonna be bringing a different perspective when it comes to this part of our culture, and we're gonna be talking about African traditions that we need to start utilizing again and bringing more awareness to that. So, with that being said, family, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna end it here. Peace and harmony, peace and love. Okay, YouTube is like, nah, she tripping. She tripping. Not tripping, she tripping.